Hey, what is going on, guys? Ilya M here, and today we're making the second part 2 kind of like tutorial video thing. Anyways, guys, today we're going to be covering the top 5 filmmaking tutorial channels. Specifically though, for travel filmmaking. There's a lot of good resources for filmmaking in general on YouTube, but today we're going to be focusing in on the top 5 best travel filmmaking channels. Firstly, we're going to be covering Thomas Alex Norman. This guy's channel has recently been blowing up, and it's crazy to think about because he went from like 20,000 subscribers to like 40,000 in like a really short amount of time. But this guy travels a lot, especially in Europe and stuff, and he makes a lot of videos centered around like techniques of travel videos. Less about the gear stuff and more about the technical, psychological side of travel filmmaking, where you basically learn a lot of different techniques for travel videos and like how to hold your camera and different tips and advice on just editing and things like that. So definitely be sure to check him out. Alright guys, moving on to the second person, we're going to be covering how do you pronounce his name again? Olufemi Tutorials. This guy, he doesn't do a lot of travel stuff, but the kind of tutorials he makes like really help in terms of editing a travel video. Like for example, it was because of this guy that I learned how to do like the white scribble effect that you see in my videos a lot, like the little marker. He makes a lot of videos on transitions and things like that. He's also worked with a lot of like car companies and just a lot of different brands and makes videos for them and things like that. So be sure to check him out. He's very underrated in my opinion, so you should definitely give him a watch. Alright guys, moving on to the third YouTuber who does travel filmmaking tutorial kind of stuff on their channel. Is Taylor Cut Film. This guy is friends with Sam Coulter, and if you guys didn't know, if you guys are like new to like the whole travel scene on YouTube and the whole filmmaking scene, Sam Coulter is pretty much like the Steven Spielberg of like travel filmmaking and pretty much like who everyone looks up to. But there's also Taylor Cut Films, and him and Sam Coulter are really close friends, and they even have a collab channel together. But Taylor Cut Films, unlike Sam Coulter, does a lot of tutorial videos where he covers the effects and the techniques that he uses in his videos and shows it to his viewers. So be sure to check out Taylor Cut's tutorials. By the way guys, all of these YouTube channels will be down below in the description, so you can check them out using the links below if you're interested in checking one of them out. I highly suggest you guys check out all of these people because they make some incredibly amazing resources for travel filmmakers and just filmmakers in general on YouTube. Alright guys, moving on to the fourth person, we're going to be covering Travel Feels. This guy, he has about 60,000 subscribers I think. He just recently hit it. This guy doesn't do a lot of the action stuff, a lot of the action travel stuff that you see like Sam Coulter and Taylor Cut Films do, but he does have a really good rhythm to his editing, and he's a really solid editor and filmer overall, and he shares a lot of amazing techniques. He also does some gear stuff if you're interested in that. What I like about Travel Feels is that he not only does like technique videos, but he also dives into his editor and shows him like editing different effects and like putting on different visuals and showing a lot of his editing techniques. So definitely be sure to check out Travel Feels. You'll find a lot of amazing content on there. Alright guys, moving on to the fifth. Excuse me? Can you shut the fuck up, please? Sorry about that. Alright guys, moving on to the fifth and final travel YouTuber who does tutorials, we're looking at Peter McKinnon. Alright, this guy is friends with Travel Feels, the guy who we just covered, and by far this guy's channel has blew up the most out of all these people that we just looked at. He went from like 200k to 400k in like 3 or 4 months, which is absolutely insane, and there's a good reason why. So he does, not only does he do filmmaking travel tutorials and different tips and advice on filming and videography, he also does a lot of stuff with photography. He does tutorials like all around. I mean, he does tutorials on like different techniques in video, how to edit photos. He made his own like LUT pack and stuff like that. I mean, it's just insane. The amount of things that you can learn from Peter's channel is just crazy. Plus his personality is just really cool. I think he has the most charisma out of all the people we just covered, and he's really fun to watch. If you guys are going to check out one person out of all the ones that I just mentioned, please be sure to check out Peter. Alright guys, that pretty much covers it for this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you really check out all of the YouTubers that I mentioned. They have some amazing resources and really a lot you can learn from. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Peace.